Versus Carl Williams Jr., 14-166, failure to register as a sex offender. Good morning, sir.
Your Honor, he'll also have a case on the revocation docket.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Looks like he's preparing for an arraignment on this revocation or new case.
Both. He has both, Your Honor. The revocation is 09-198.
Judge, on the new case, enter plea of not guilty, request a trial, waive reading and service if necessary. On the revocation, enter plea of not true or not guilty, request a revocation hearing date.
I don't know, allegation something that is set for hearing next week.
Your Honor, a part of the allegations will be a case that, a couple of cases that occurred in the state of North Carolina. I'm in the process of requesting certified copies of documentation reflecting the outcome on those cases. It's my understanding they did result in convictions, so I'm just trying to get my hands on certified copies. I've made the request, I'm just waiting for them to arrive in the mail. This may be something we could take up on your next docket.
Division 3.
It was a 4, 09-198.
I'm just going to set him to appear before Judge Webb on September 26th to get on that docket.
Okay.
Both cases. State versus Nathan Campbell, 14-164. Good morning.
Truth.
Sir, I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Looks like you're here for an arraignment on theft by receiving.
Judge, there's also a revocation case, I believe. Is that set for today, or?
What's the case?
2014-49.
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't have that either.
Judge, on both of these cases, enter plea of not guilty, not true, waive reading at service. If necessary, request a trial and a revocation hearing. What's that new case? 164.
164.
No, he doesn't have the 049.
Your Honor, with regard to Mr. Campbell's new case, 2014-164, I'm going to give Mr. Hancock 25 pages of discovery, which is what we have at this point.
I'll enter a plea of not guilty according to public defender with that here before Judge Webb on September 26th on the new case. What are the allegations in the revocation proceeding?
Judge, because it's a 2014-49 number, my assumption immediately is that the allegations are going to be new charges.
Your Honor, if we could, on the new case, ask, since the revocation's before this court, ask that be transferred on your docket and set them for October the 3rd. I think we could resolve both of these cases on the 3rd.
Okay, we'll enter in the revocation proceeding 14-49, we'll enter a plea of not true and set the hearing for October 3rd, and in 14-164 we'll change the reappearance date to October 3rd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Charles Gray, 14-107, possession of drug paraphernalia endangering the welfare of a minor.
We're set for pretrial on Mr. Gray, Judge. We have a motion that we need here today, if we can have him transported.
Okay. Sir, they tell me we need to hear a motion in your case, so I'm going to transfer you to the courthouse later on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. State versus Richard Rawls, residential burglary, attempted theft, public intoxication. Good morning.
Morning.
Let's see, are there any pretrial matters we need to take up tonight?
No, Your Honor.
Looks like your next appearance is October 31st, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there a chance I'll be able to talk to my public defender before then? I've written a couple letters.
Yeah.
He says
I'll
yes.
see you.
He's saying yes.
Thank you.
Okay. 13-83, State versus Kimberly Hudson, possession of methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. Kimberly Hudson. Good morning, ma'am. Pretty good. Do you have a lawyer?
Yes,
Okay. Looks like there's been a petition filed to revoke your probationary period. And how does she plead to that?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
And I'm entering a plea of not true in your case. We'll have a hearing on October 3rd, 9:30, or soon thereafter.
Your Honor, would the court consider setting a bond in this case? It looks like there was some issues with the residents, and I don't see any new charges. I think she's indicated her address is 1500 Choctaw here in Harrison, and has given some contact information for her grandmother, I believe lives at that address.
Judge, the court may recall Ms. Hudson's cases drug on for almost a year. She showed up in court when she felt like it, had a very poor attitude, and apparently while on probation has a very poor attitude. But it's her failure to honor the court's orders and show up when necessary that created a great deal of her problems. It would be just easier if she was in jail and we had the hearing on October 3rd.
Well, I've seen at least one alias warrant was issued earlier in the file in the case. I'm just going to leave it no bond. We'll have a hearing on October 3rd now. Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
The scientists at Shell have created Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, which actively cleans for better performance, helping make the roads more exciting to drive. Choose Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, performance that excites.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
Apparently he's got a new case also. 14-161 State versus Travis Baskin. Possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver. Possession of drug paraphernalia.
I believe he's already been arraigned on that, and I've been appointed, but I'm not sure if he's been arraigned.
You're going to represent?
Yes, Your Honor. And I've already received discovery and a plea offer in that case.
Judge, Ms. Malm sent us an email wanting certain things, and I think this list that I'm giving her will supply those.
No, it supplies one of many. But this is on a different case. This is on 14-138.
Well, we'll leave the case as scheduled.
Okay.
14-161. 13-242 State versus Norman Hardesty. Rape, sexual indecency with a child. Furnishing alcohol to a minor.
Yeah, actually, that charge was amended.
Are you done with that case?
Yes.
Thank you.
Those charges were amended, Judge. It's a revocation hearing. I think Mr. Russo represented Mr. Hardesty. I think it's a Division 4 case.
Is he entering the plea at this time?
I believe we're going to represent him, Judge. I think he was added to the docket after we visited the jail yesterday, or Ms. Russo did. But I think he's going to qualify, but we'll enter a plea of not guilty on the revocation.
Okay. You look at the allegations. I'll set it for hearing on September 26th before Judge Wells. Set your case for hearing next week, sir, September 26th. Thank you. State versus Aaron Glenn, 2012-44. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you're appearing for an arraignment on a petition to revoke your probationary period.
Your Honor, will enter plea of not guilty on the revocation.
I'll set the matter for hearing on September 26th, sir.
Is there any way I can get a bond to go back to work?
Oh, let's see, what's the state's position on bond?
I have an 8-month-old daughter, support, and I've already been out of work for a week, and they told me if I could be back Monday, I could keep my job. I'll do whatever I have to do to do it.
Let's see, Your Honor. Let me talk to his supervising officer, see if we can make a recommendation.
This is the second time under revocation. He hasn't reported me to Fox, he changed the address, he has notified my office. It's probably been at least 2 months since I first saw him.
Well, sir, the problem is allegedly you've not been doing what you're supposed to, so I'm just going to leave the bond where it's at. If something can be worked out, that's fine with me. But you'll be appearing before Judge Webb next Friday. Thank you. Out of Newton County Circuit Court, 13-14, State versus Joshua Blanton. It's like it was burglary and theft was the original charges. What are we appearing here for?
The court had issued a failure to appear warrant.
When did this happen?
He did not appear on June 27th. We were hoping he'd show up on July 18th and wasn't there either. He is an absconder from drug court, and there's probably 4 or 5 other failures to appear. Yep, I think I got my days wrong.
It's not in the file. If that be the case, it's not in.
Alias warrant was issued in the Newton County case on July 9th, 2014.
Not in this case. In 13-14.
Oh. $13.14 is the drug court revocation.
Okay, there's not a revocation filed in there. 13-14. Let's look at 13-20. There's not a return, but obviously the warrant has been, an alias warrant has been served in 1420. I'll have him appear before Judge Webb on the September 26th.
Your Honor, 14-20 has been transferred to arbitration.
Oh, it has, okay. Do we just need to issue a new scheduling order? Okay, we'll issue a new scheduling order. Is there anything else to be done?
No, by reducing, Your Honor.
All right. I'll set a date for him to appear, try to get the matter back on track. October, oh no, let me have it over in Newton County if I can. October 22nd.
Say 22nd or 27th?
22nd. Anything further?
Judge, on the revocation matter,
What is the revocation? Which case is that?
2013-14. I've got a copy of the petition.
You got a file mark copy?
I do not have a file mark copy.
It's not been filed.
Do you have any objections to the subject? You did? Take care, except for adjourned.
Your Honor, is there anything further from Mr. Blanton?
No, sir. 14-50, State versus Caleb Campbell, out of Newton County, possession of firearms by a certain person. Sir, do you have a lawyer? Are you going to hire a lawyer?
No,
Just come on up forward, sir. You're going to make application to public defender? Okay, if you'll make an application, I'll call your case later and we'll...
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The scientists at Shell have created Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, which actively cleans for better performance, helping make the roads more exciting to drive. Choose Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, performance that excites.
This is Beverly Stokes with Community First Title Company. We are proud to be your locally owned title service company, serving your title insurance, escrow, and title search needs. And our goal is to make a difference right here in this community. We invite you to experience the difference a true community-owned title company can offer. You have a choice when it comes to your title services. Choose Community First Title, located next to Community First Bank at 218 East Ridge in Harrison. We look forward to serving you.
2008-13.
8-13?
Yes, sir.
Has there been a petition filed to revoke his probation?
There has. And he was served with that warrant day before yesterday.
Okay, they're going to be represented by Mr. Stone. Okay. Did he advise you to enter a plea of not true in this matter?
Yes. He's in the hospital, our doctor, get some blood work done.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I'll enter a plea of not true and set the matter for hearing on October 1st at 10 o'clock in Newton County. State versus Cynthia Burgess, possession of controlled substances, 13-55, Cynthia Burgess. Alias warrants were out in this matter.
I was in the hospital for 10 months.
It's on. I have appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Your Honor, willing or plea of not guilty. Waive reading and service. Request a trial and ask the court to recall the warrants if it would.
Determine where we're at with this matter.
Judge, this is, I believe it's first appearance. We just need to get on the court calendar for pre-trial and trial date.
Your Honor, if Ms. Burgess does have medical reason for not appearing in court, we would ask that there be a tolling of the speedy trial time from the first appearance that she missed until today's date. Your Honor, I'm assuming she's made an appearance in this case previously, but I'm looking back in our notes for quite a ways, and I'm still not finding where she has.
July the 12th, Mr. Nichols appeared for me.
Right.
Well, there have been several alias warrants issued. There's not a bond in the case. We need a bond. Initial bond was $20,000. I'll set it at 10. We'll issue a scheduling order.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, would the court consider setting that as a signature bond?
Oh, there's alias warrant after alias warrant in here. There's got to be something to bring her to court.
I was in the hospital.
I know that, ma'am, but throughout this, I've heard that, but I've yet to see anything from a doctor. I might, if you'd bring me something, I'd be happy to look at it. But this has been going on for a while.
I had 4 back surgeries in the last year.
Very well, but if you'll bring me something that has been going on since March of 26. I'm not saying I disbelieve you, but nobody's ever showed me anything to that effect.
Your Honor, based on the notes in our file, the state's going to ask that there be a tolling of speedy trial from July 12th of 2013 till today's date.
Prepare an order.
Thank you.
You'll be in custody of the sheriff till you bond. 13-123, State versus Joseph Lassiter, possession of controlled substance.
I have contagious disease.
I've heard that too, but nobody's ever showed me anything. Get a hold of the doctor, or have your lawyers get a hold of the doctor. Show me something that proves this, you see.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make it difficult, but we're
Could I go home and get papers and bring them back to you?
That'll be fine. If you've got them,
Okay.
you go and get them.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Joseph Lassiter, possession of controlled substances, possession of drug paraphernalia. Why are we here on this matter?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too, Your Honor.
Judge, apparently there was some issue with the payment. My notes in the file say he owes $300, and he's asking the court to pass this for another month. He's having some work issues as far as getting hours in to get this paid, so.
Is this a show cause for non-payment?
Do you have a show cause petition? I don't have one.
I'm not finding one in the file.
I was just told last month and stuff when I come in here for court that if I had the 300 paid off by this month, I would be off, probation, everything with tax, everything good. But my work hours just slowed down a lot, so, and it's just now starting to pick back up, so I was thinking like another month if I could.
Has there been a petition filed to show cause?
Judge, this is a sentence under 64-407, where he was to reappear in court in 1 year to see if he had done everything he's supposed to do. And
I don't want any more 1664-407s, nary one.
Well, we did away with that statute.
Well, thank God.
I actually sort of like that statute.
I know you did, but it didn't work.
Judge, I think the court, the jurisdiction could extend out.
Reappear on December 10th, sir.
December 10th.
At 9:30. Pay it all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
13-288, State versus Sherry Creel, a hot check case. Sherry Creel. Is this case before Judge Webb?
It is, Judge. Your Honor, my understanding is that Ms. Creel has a active warrant and that she's been in contact with Mr. Russo and the prosecuting attorney's office, and I don't know if there's some arrangement where she's making payments on this, but I believe they've agreed to recall the warrant if she appeared today.
Well, I don't see a warrant. There may be one in here. Ready to go. Thank you.
Do we need to set her for Judge Webb's docket next week, or? Yeah, could we set her on the 26th?
Be fine.
Okay. To reappear next Friday under Judge Webb, okay?
13-143, State versus Brandon Miller, domestic battery in the second degree.
I'm sorry. Mr. Miller.
Are there any pretrial motions we need to take up or address?
No, Your Honor. We're set for trial November 19th. This time I don't believe there's any issues to be taken up today unless the state has any additional discovery. This case probably will have some extensive medical testimony unless there's some new reports or anything of that nature. Everything's pretty well set, correct?
Should be.
Right.
State's filed its motion for discovery, and we should be good to go.
Thank you.
I think the plea deadline's the 31st of October, I believe, Your Honor, so we'll hear back, I think, that day.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
I'm from the old school, I believe in people talking to people.
When they say, have a good day, I think they actually mean it.
Yeah, there's a smile every time you come in.
I walk in and feel like a king rather than a pauper.
It doesn't matter if you deposit $1 or $1 million.
They treat everybody the same.
The customer comes first, and I like that.
They always go above and beyond to take care of us.
I didn't rehearse this. This is coming from right here.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Dr. Sedani and his staff at Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are proud to provide the residents of Harrison and the surrounding area with comprehensive orthopedic care right here at home. Honored as one of the top orthopedic surgeons in the state, Dr. Sedani specializes in non-operative treatment of arthritis, total joint replacement, sports medicine, arthroscopic shoulder and knee surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, and treatment of fractures. Let Dr. Sedani and his staff help you here at home at Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, 870-741-8289.
State versus Kevin Sheik, hot checks 14-43. Are there any pretrial issues we need to take up?
No, sir. Mr. Sheik's desire to waive to a judge trial, but the state would object to that.
Very well.
So we'll just ask the court to put him back on the trial docket at this point.
I think there's a scheduling order, maybe not.
I thought we'd continued it, Judge. I don't know if there was a new...
November 19th.
19th, yes, sir.
Yeah.
October.
14-75, State versus Joseph Salisbury, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver, paraphernalia.
Morning, Your Honor. There is still some outstanding discovery issues. I plan on filing a motion to compel. This is set for the 8th. I'll potentially have a conflict. I start a federal criminal wire fraud trial in Fayetteville on the 6th that I anticipate that go 2 to 3 days minimum. But we're still having some issues on the discovery.
What do you lack in discovery?
Well, I wish I knew what it was. They numbered them and excluded them on the previous discovery. We're excluding pages like 15 through 17 and something else, and I don't know what it is. I mean, they were the ones that initiated and provided me with a series of documents, but then numbered a series of other pages that they said they weren't providing at the time. So I don't know what those are.
Is any of those excluded? Are any of those excluded?
They are not related to the charges that are pending before this court.
Are any of them Brady material anyway?
No, definitely not Brady material.
Well, I'd like to be able to at least see it, maybe do it in camera. Well, he says it's not really the case. I mean, that's their representation. I mean, I think I have a right to at least see it to make a conclusion my own.
Well, they required to turn over what's required under Rule 17 and Brady material, but if it's not that...
Well, I'll file a motion to compel, and then if we have any issues, I'll bring it up later to the attention of the court.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Jessica Cash, possession of controlled substances, 14-127. Thank you. Is the request this be transferred to Division 4?
Yes, sir. Mr. Russo will be representing Ms. Cash.
Okay. Been ordered to the court.
Judge, this case involved some pictures and things, so we put them on a disc, and I'll give those to Mr. Hancock, with Mr. Russo.
Anything else?
When does she need to come back next week to get on?
Yes, we'll say September 26th.
September 26th. She'll give you a call.
State versus Ian Dyer, arson, breaking or entering.
Pronouncing in, Your Honor. Your Honor, in this matter, Mr. Dyer is present. He's on his way up here. I've had several discussions with Mr. Bradford, Your Honor. They're to confirm some issues of restitution, and we should be able to resolve this case once you get that, correct?
Yeah, just documentation to verify issue of restitution regarding insurance coverage on the victim, Your Honor. We have a dollar amount, we just need the documentation that supports that dollar amount.
Your Honor, do you have a date? Well, how long do you think that would?
I would think by Judge Putman's next Friday docket, we should have that. If they're giving us a number, there should be something we can get our hands on that supports
because the plea deadline is not till late October, Your Honor, so I would ask the court to see if we could set another date to possibly resolve that sooner than that.
October 10th? Free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. May he be excused?
Even Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138. Nature's Wonders has been the area's premier location for value and quality in vitamins and minerals since 1994. But that's only scratching the surface. Nature's Wonders also features products that are better for you and your family's everyday needs and are also better for the environment. Nature's Wonders selection of freshly grown organic vegetables and environmentally safe cleaners allow for a healthier heart and home. From the latest addition to the trusted friend, there's something for everyone at Nature's Wonders, your supermarket of healthy choices. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison is the go-to place for all your denture services. We know how to get good results. We save you time and money because our lab is on site. A dental office you will like and trust. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to Harness Boots. Just look for the big red boot next door. Call today. You'll be glad you did.
State versus John Bryson, aggravated assault, terroristic threatening, carrying a weapon, intoxication.
Your Honor, the state is still attempting to make contact with the victim in this case to get their input on a plea offer. Phone numbers we have are no longer good. We have mailed a letter to the last known address that we have for the victim in the case. Once we've made contact with them, we'll be in a position to make an offer.
We'll leave it as scheduled.
No motions, Judge.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. 14-139, State versus Joshua Alara, theft of property. Thank you. Are there any matters, pretrial matters we need to take up?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll leave it as scheduled. Stay in contact with your lawyer, sir. 14-163, State versus Teal Hampton, theft by receiving. Thank you. It is. And a motion to transfer to Division 4, I'll grant that.
Dan, you want me to go ahead and provide discovery now?
That'd be great, yeah. What's the case number?
14-163.
160.
Reappear before Judge Webb next Friday at 9:30, sir. State versus Randy Ammons or Ammons, 14-157. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're appearing for attorney status.
Yes, I had some financial difficulties over the past couple of weeks. I wasn't able to hire one, but I'm getting back up on my feet and I'll be able to, hopefully pretty quick.
What's your mailing address?
2664
2664
McCutcheon Road, Harrison, Arkansas.
Did you want to apply for the public defender?
Possibly. I really want to get a lawyer.
You need what, when would, if we issue a scheduling order, when would his next appearance be? Okay, just, I tell you, I'm gonna say, since he hadn't got a lawyer, October 10th, you reappear on October 10th, and we'll be mailing you a scheduling order, because your case has to go forward. Okay, but if you're gonna hire a lawyer, you need to do it.
The state will ask for an exclusion from speedy trial from today's date to October 10th.
You agree to that? You know what that means?
No, sir.
State has to bring you to trial within a certain time, and they're saying they want the time excluded till you get a lawyer, or until October 10th. I'll do that. Okay. Be here at October 10th at 9:30. State versus William Henderson Jr., theft 14-3. This. Where? William Henderson. Okay. I'll correct it. I got a stack I need to correct.
Judge, on Mr. Henderson, we're trying to get this resolved. We'd ask the court to move this to October 3rd, and Mr. Bradford doesn't have an objection.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Told the time.
That'll be the order of the court.
Thank you, Judge.
State versus James Shepard, 14-10. Where do we stand on this matter?
Judge, Mr. Shepard had waived a jury trial, and we just need to find a time to try this particular case. I don't think it'll be very long. I had suggested to Mr. Hancock maybe we could find a Friday that the court wasn't overly busy.
Okay, we'll just get with Uni on it.
Judge, I think the court's aware, and I know Mr. Carr's aware, the court, there was a suppression motion that was filed, and the court
Yes.
entered an order on that, denying that.
Yeah. Interesting issue to some, I guess. Anyway, just get with Uni.
We'll do it. Thanks, Judge.
14-131, Eric Holder, burglary and theft. Apologize, I just overlooked. So are there any pretrial matters we need?
There is an honor.
Okay.
I recently received a motion for discovery from the state, and we're going to be providing the information to Mr. Bradford on that. And I think our next plea deadline is October 31st.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll just leave it as scheduled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State versus Jared Smith, 14-91, possession of Ritalin, drug paraphernalia, theft by receiving.
Your Honor, in this case, we've not received discovery yet.
Okay.
I believe the state is still investigating some issues in this case. Is that correct, Mr. Carter?
We are, Your Honor. The discovery in Mr. Smith's case is the same discovery the co-defendant's cases.
But I haven't received it. You mean, what are you telling me? You're telling me that, well, you're talking about the co-defendants that I have other cases with?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, at this juncture, Your Honor, I haven't received discovery in his case, but if they're saying it's the same discovery in the other cases, then that's the first I've been made aware of it. So, plus this is on the same date that I'm going to have to be in federal court. I'll get with Mr. Carter and see what I can resolve, Your Honor. Thank you.
There you go.
May be excused.
Yes. State versus Cynthia Killip, 14-99, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver, paraphernalia.
Your Honor, we're scheduled for a plea deadline. I have not been able to culminate a disposition of this case at this time. It's also set on Tuesday when I'll be in Fayetteville in that federal trial. I'll be moving to continue this case and have further discussions with the prosecution.
Very well.
Thank you.
There you go. State versus Derek Bates, 10-197, criminal attempt to manufacture methamphetamine. It's a revocation. Set for hearing today.
What were my notes on Mr. Bates?
He's made a statement. May I have just a moment, Your Honor?
Certainly.
In compliance.
Judge, we are going to move to withdraw the petition. His case has been transferred to a new probation officer. Apparently he and the probation officer work well together, and he is in full compliance with his terms and conditions of probation.
Dismissed. Free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Hold on to that.
State versus Raymond Madrid, theft by receiving, 11-137. Set for hearing today.
I'm supposed to get a transfer.
See, earlier ordered that he report and pay. How's he been doing on that?
Judge, we transferred his probation down to Searcy County, and yesterday afternoon we were waiting to get a report from Searcy County to see how he has been doing. As of
I'm supposed to go
2 o'clock, we had not received a report from them. If you would pass it, I'll see if we've received a report yet from the Searcy County Probation Office.
Very well.
I'm supposed to go see him this afternoon after I get out of court.
Well, let's check first to make sure you can get out of court.
All right.